How many hours do you spend in front of a screen, a TV, a laptop, computer, phone, or even underneath fluorescent or LED lighting? Think about it, because today I'm going to be talking about blue light. What is blue light? What does it do to our body? And what alternatives we can do to ensure that it doesn't affect our health. If you're interested, keep on watching. It's Mondays with Mihaela. That's right, me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm loving and appreciating support. Thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting all of my videos. Today's topic is such an interesting one that I absolutely love, and I wanted to find out a bit more information about it so I can share it with you. And we're talking about blue light. We have all heard about that blue light may be bad for us, but what is it and how bad is it for us? Let's get into it. So essentially, I want to talk about what is blue light. Blue light in itself is so complex because us as humans, we can only see certain light, whereas animals and other beings can see different types of light, which is so interesting, right? So the thing is I don't even know, maybe like 1 out of 100, 1% about light. But what I do know, I'm going to share about you. Today I want to go in particular into blue light. What is blue light? Well, light in itself is made up of electromagnetic particles that travel in waves. Ooh, you probably learned that in high school. So the shorter the wave, the higher the energy. So the important thing to know is that the shorter the wave, the higher the energy. So every wave is represented by a different color. Humans are only sensitive to certain types of colors, which are visible light, which are the colors of the rainbow: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. Yes, I did have to look that up. So UV being the non-visible light, which is harmful to us human beings. So blue light has short waves, which I mentioned earlier, which means it has high energy. But not only that, blue light has this flickering effect that it does sometimes, which causes headaches for a lot of individuals. Some people may, so if you're staring at a screen too much, which is blue light, you may get headaches, or if you're under fluorescent lighting. So your body uses blue light to regulate natural sleep and wake cycle, which is your circadian rhythm. So it uses not only blue light, but also red light and other lights to manage your circadian rhythm. So what I'm trying to say is it's key not to have blue light at night, because that messes with your circadian rhythm. So blue light is alertness. It makes you remember better. It gives you alertness, arousal. It just does those things, and those things are not things that you need at night. Those are the things that you need in the morning. That's right. So blue light causes, like I mentioned, this thing called flickering due to the short waves. So because of the short waves, it flickers, which has a lot of energy in it. And like I said, it causes headaches in some individuals. So an interesting thing that's happened in Australia, I don't know about anywhere else, but what's happening is LED lights are replacing fluorescent lights. So bulbs. So what we're doing is we're getting a lot of LED lighting around, and this is due to efficiency purposes. It uses less energy, which you can see being a smart saver. As a business individual, you would want to save that, wouldn't you? But what effects does it have on your health? That is my question. So the thing is, with artificial light being available in offices and things like that, we have created longer working hours. If we didn't have those lights in our offices or even at home, we wouldn't be working as long. We wouldn't be working till 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning, because we would have no light source, because it is supposed to be dark at night. Yes, correct. It's supposed to be dark at night. I know, weird, right? So the evolution of digital screens technology has advanced dramatically over the years. And what's happened is we've moved into LED lights, which what I mentioned earlier. So what's happening, the cell phones, the TV screens all have LED lighting behind it, which causes a lot of blue light. So an interesting thing is that, so back back in the days, Hippocrates talks about sunbathing. So it's key to get outside into the sun and have the sun as our light, not fluorescent lighting, not light bulbs. We're supposed to see the sun, which is supposed to set a circadian rhythm for the day. And this was spoken about centuries ago. So it is key for us to have a circadian rhythm in line. And the reason why is because we need melatonin production at night. When we have blue light on, our melatonin is not produced. And our melatonin is key to repair mitochondrial DNA. So we need darkness to be able to secrete melatonin. But if you're waking up to 1, 2 a.m. in the morning and you have that light on you, you are not going to have that production of melatonin, which means you are not going to repair your mitochondrial DNA as well as others would if they had the darkness. So the question is, what damage does blue light do? Well, that was one of the things that I mentioned there, is the melatonin. The reason why blue light is there is because it can help elevate your mood and boost alertness. So it's kind of like, we could use that to boost our alertness. Why wouldn't we? Well, it is key to use in the morning because that's when we need most of our alertness and to lift up our mood. But like anything, chronic exposure to blue light at night can lower the production of melatonin. And I mentioned what melatonin is key for. There's other functions there too, but also for mitochondrial DNA repair, which is, we have mitochondria in all of our cells, and it is key for optimal health. So what we looked at is the recent studies shows artificial light linked to breast cancer and sleep disorders. This is heartbreaking. You know, if you are going to work up, if you are going to stay late, if you have the night shifts, things like that, you're more likely to be linked to breast cancer and sleep disorders such as insomnia. Exposure to artificial light at night suppresses melatonin secretion, increases sleep latency, and it causes insomnia, which is what I spoke about. Skin cancer rates have skyrocketed since the 1900s. Yet, most people are indoors. Is they a link? A 2016 study showed that avoiding the sun is, if not the same or worse than smoking. So if you're avoiding the sun, not smoking, and laughing at all those people who are smoking outside, think about, are you doing the right thing? Because what we think about is light is life. It is a source of life, not only for us, but for our plants, for our planet. So why would we avoid the sunlight, that light exposure? Harvard research has linked working the night shift and exposure to blue lights to several types of cancers. That is so scary. Breast cancer, prostate cancer, also diabetes, heart disease, obesity, and increased risk for depression. And that is avoiding sunlight and getting more blue light exposure. In summary, so a certain extent of blue light can promote human alertness and development and regulate a circadian rhythm. So it may be beneficial, but chronic exposure is not good and it should not be ignored. Blue light can produce different degrees of damage to our eyes, especially at night. It can cause damage to our eyes and we do not want this. We want our eyes to be functioning at an optimal level, don't we? Light also suppresses melatonin, which is what I spoke about earlier. An interesting study that I looked at is looking at disturbed circadian rhythm and sleep loss have been described as a risk factor for astronauts. Yes, the NASA people. So ground control workers as well as civilians. Such disturbance can result in impaired alertness and diminished performance. So excessive biological research shows and demonstrates that light can have potent biological and behavioral effects on humans. So let's look at the positives of it. Let's reduce that blue light exposure because it's been proven that it is harmful for our circadian rhythm. And our circadian rhythm is key for function. It is key for function. So my biggest concern is blue light exposure at night. With our circadian rhythm, we're meant to be winding down at night. We're meant to be calming down. Our cortisol level is supposed to be the lowest at night. Our melatonin production is supposed to be kicking in. We're supposed to be in parasympathetic mode, ready for rest and digest. However, with the additional blue light that we are exposed to, this is all being disturbed. our circadian rhythm is being disturbed, our melatonin production is being disturbed. So it has a flow-on effect on our body. Melatonin production decreases, our cell regeneration is disturbed, our memory and brain function is hindered, our DNA synthesis, it affects that. Overall repair of our mind, body, and soul is destroyed. Neurotransmitter production is affected. Our hormone production is being affected. I mean, I can go on and on and on. Essentially, blue light affects our whole body. Our whole body. Yes, there are some benefits to it where it does boost our alertness. But when are you taking it and how much of it are you taking? Because I am seeing people being chronically exposed to blue light. I want to talk about 5 things that you can do to reduce your blue light exposure every day. Easy you can do. What you can do is see the morning light. As soon as you get up, go outside, look at the morning light. I'm not saying look at the sun. I'm saying just go outside, don't wear your sunglasses, take in that morning light, go outside. If you can't go for a walk, just step outside. It is key to kickstart your circadian rhythm. Number 2, wear blue light blocking glasses at night. Yes, this is a pair because I'm looking at a screen. I wear them sometimes I don't. Mainly at night, I do wear them because they block the blue light and they're absolutely amazing. And if I'm always on the screen too long, I do wear them also. There's different types of blue light blocking glasses. These are the light ones. They're not as intense. These are the main ones that I use when I'm working on the screen. There are other ones which have an orange tinge, which you have seen, and they are hardcore and usually wear them at nighttime. Number 3 is avoid artificial light. And what I mean by that, if you do not need to turn on the light, don't turn it on. Use candles, use red light bulbs. You can use this Iris app on your phone, which is absolutely amazing. There's also this Drift TV, which makes your TV screen dim down the blue light. But yeah, so the key is to ignore the artificial light as much as possible. And I mean, if you can't, try and go outside as much as you can. Number 4 is sunglasses. Yes, they are cool and yes, they are funky, but they may be hurting you. They may be hurting your circadian rhythm. Don't wear sunglasses in the morning. Don't wear them. If you're gonna wear them at night or in the afternoon because they are messing with your circadian rhythm. You're supposed to see the light in the morning. And if you're worried about wrinkles, don't stress too much about them. Worry about your optimal health. Number 5 is light is key. Shine your inner light. Your inner light is the thing that feeds you, is the thing that feeds everyone else. So when you think about it, don't be afraid of the light. But don't be exposed to too much blue light. I hope that those 5 things have helped you. I hope I have shed some light on blue light for you and that now you are educated and more equipped to know what blue light is and what effects it does have on your body and 5 things that you can do to reduce the impact of blue light, which were morning light. Go see the morning light. Wear blue light blocking glasses at night or during the day when you're on a screen. Avoid artificial light as much as possible. Avoid those sunglasses. Avoid them as much as possible. And 5, remember, light is energy. Don't be afraid to see that sunlight. Go outside and see it. It is your inner light. I hope you liked this video. I definitely had fun talking about it with you. I hope I educated you and you can share this with someone who needs to know this information. Love, like, share, comment, do what it is you do best. Thank you so much for your support. Until next Monday, see you.